Thank you so much.
It's a real pleasure.
It's a pleasure's ours. Kevin Ganga, CEO of EGM Securities. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today, Kevin.
Thank you, Ali, for having me. It's a real pleasure to see you guys around.
No, thank you. Kevin, first of all, let's demystify. You're the first EGM Securities, first license holder under the Capital Markets Authority.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, what license have you got? What's it all about? And are you excited by all of this?
First, extremely excited. It's a fantastic new adventure. It's been a 2-year journey. We started with having to lobby for amendments of the regulations because, as you are aware, there were 70 or 80,000 odd retail traders in this market who were using international brokers, and it required us to work in partnership with the regulator to see how we can get into a space where traders can execute their transactions in one safe, transparent, and regulated environment. So it's been a 2-year journey. The CMA passed online forex regulations in 2017 August, and we got our license to go live in June. But what's been more exciting is I'm happy to present an opportunity for Kenyans. You are well aware that Kenyans are exposed to the traditional asset classes of cash, deposits, property, bonds, but there are many other asset classes that international investors are exposed to, and what we've done is bring these alternative classes into one, a simple transactional ability, and two, in a locally regulated environment. So you can be able to have access into trading asset classes such as forex.
So tell us, yes, what can you access?
You can access 61 currency pairs. Let me give you an example. So you can trade the pound against the dollar.
Yes.
These are what you call the majors. You can trade euro dollar, and you can trade something called exotics, Singapore dollar against Canadian dollar.
Wow.
So if you fancy your abilities to understand global markets.
And that, after all, is the most liquid market in the world, right?
It is 5.3 trillion a day trades. So that's forex.
So 61, you're saying?
61 currency pairs.
Yes.
I can get you, let me give you one interesting one that I find fascinating. Mexican peso against the Japanese yen.
Yes.
You can get that on our forum.
Wow.
If you're interested in geopolitics and you want to hear something about the ruble and Vladimir Putin, I give you the ruble there.
Goodness.
So let me show you. Let me just show you how. Let me show you that. Okay, I just want to show you. Look at the volatility. So this is the chart. Let me show you a daily chart for that. Okay. So if you look at where we've come from, in beginning of the year 2018, we've come from 56. The ruble has depreciated about 6 rubles, which is about 10%.
Wow.
So this gives you an opportunity to take part in global macro plays. When you hear the ruble has depreciated by 10%, before these regulations, you'd have to send money to an international broker, take you 3 or 4 days. By the time that has happened, the opportunity to take advantage of these markets has gone. What does EGM offer? EGM gives you a local capability. Load your M-Pesa, log on to our platform, credit your account, start trading in 10 minutes.
My goodness, start to finish.
Start to finish, 10 minutes.
So is this the democratization of the markets that we're talking about?
That's where the market has to go.
So FX, what else?
FX, precious metals.
Yeah.
So
gold,
silver, palladium, platinum. I am going to add copper.
Yes.
So there's copper there. But copper is more considered not a precious metal. It's considered what you call commodities, which I'll take you through next. We're going to add, those are the major traded ones. So palladium, platinum, gold, and silver. And you can get them against both the dollar and against the euro as well. So for those of you who are interested in some inflation hedging mechanism and you believe gold is an inflation hedging mechanism, our platform can give you that capability. Then the other asset class is commodities. So I'm currently offering commodities, natural gas,
Yes. Crude oil.
crude oil, two types of crude oil. There's Brent and WTI, which is the US standard. And then I'm also offering copper, which, as I said earlier, is considered a commodity. In the near future, because as you appreciate, Kenya is an agricultural-based economy, we are looking to introduce coffee,
Yes.
maize, and soyas as well. We're definitely just getting feedback from what our clients are looking for, so that when we can start adding those commodities, that will present a significant opportunity for the agribusiness space.
Sure.
So those people who want to take out hedges on coffee, they have the ability to do that. As you'd appreciate, our portal is cash settled, so they can do physical delivery and protect their price based on what they would buy here, and then get a cash settled benefit and commit their price to a locked price. So it's a fantastic opportunity. I don't know why it's taken us this long, but
Yes.
I think the good things come to those that are patient. So I think there's that opportunity. Now, the final asset class is what we call global indices. So
What the FTSE?
the FTSE. So for example, let me give you the DAX. This is the DAX. Okay. So if you, for example, are interested in European equity exposure, and you may not want to get into single stock exposures, you can say, what I want to understand the German equity indexes. You can get access to that. All that it requires is that. So very simple, easy to maneuver, though it's important to articulate that these opportunities come with, of course, with its attendant risks as well.
So tell us a little bit about the risks. I
Yes.
mean, we've always read about the great traders,
About the great
George
traders,
Soros
Soros.
taking a bank for $1 billion,
Correct.
and the many folks who've really backed their judgment with money and done tremendously well. But this is a highly levered product, is it not?
Yes. So our regulations allow us to give you leverage on forex of up to 400 to 1.
Yes. Is that in line with the international market?
That is in line with international markets. We've positioned that. Though, of course, we always encourage people not to be high risk.
Yes.
A 400 to 1 leverage is fairly aggressive. So what we do is, on our system, there's a default leverage of 100 to 1. If you are comfortable with your risk management program of how you're going to manage the exposure on that, you're more than welcome to increase your leverage. For the other asset classes, they're all restricted to 100 to 1 internally, because, of course, they are not as liquid as the forex market. So leverage comes with a lot more attendant risks. So for us, one of the things that we are really investing in, and I'm sure you will see a lot more in that, is education.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, this comes with attendant risks. So what we want to do is to demystify, how do you trade on international currencies? What is it you need to understand? What's your risk management program? The more advanced pro traders, the George Soros of this world, the first thing that they do is to understand that they're in a risk management business. Protection of capital is number one. So we educate our clients that it is important that you understand what it is that you're applying. How are you managing that risk? Because that is capital.
Yes.
Because losses can exceed your capital. So you need to be very careful about that. We have partnered with a number of global firms that will be doing a lot more seminars here locally. We'll be doing webinars. We'll be doing a lot more workshops to just demystify the entire forex market, the entire commodity space, the entire precious metal space. I think even at a university level, I intend to do partnerships where we can conduct lectures. We can be part of the course material at the university level, where we would say, gentlemen and ladies, this is the forex market. What you read in your textbooks, this is the reality.
That's right.
This is reality. And our platform allows what you call a demo capability, so we can have university students sign up on demo and actually just experience a real-time live trading environment.
Wow.
What does that mean? It means potential employment opportunities, because you have capability of having a self-employment for this, because it generates you returns. And as well, it can also be part-time, because you don't have to spend your whole day on the screens. If you have the right risk management tools, there are ability to trade this both on your mobile and on the screen. Access, you only need an internet connection.
Yes.
Because this platform that you can see here is also on an Android or iOS, so you can do your trades on the go.
Minimum deposit?
So we have different types of accounts. We have the standard account, which has no minimum deposit. So if you've got 500 shillings, you're more than welcome to do that. We have an executive type account where the minimum deposit is $200 equivalent, which would be about 20,000 shillings. Then we have an premier account, which is $1,000 minimum. The question is, what distinguishes the different accounts? So as you'd appreciate, each account has different spreads. So for the pro trader who looks for tight spreads, we usually encourage them to get into the executive, where the spreads are as low as 0.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, on the premier account, where the spreads are as low as 0. And the standard account, which is for your entry level, not active trader, is a 2 pips, but 1.8 pip spread. So we are fairly competitive in that. And what we've done is we have a relationship management model. So we have a sales team here that will be able to walk anybody who has been onboarded onto what is the appropriate product for you. If you're an experienced trader and you're looking for tight spreads, we will offer you the premier proposition. Yeah. But for now, from a cost perspective, we don't charge any deposit cost. So if it's M-Pesa, we carry the M-Pesa cost. If you're doing a SWIFT transfer, we carry that cost. If you're doing a card transaction, we carry that cost. We don't charge for any deposits. For a promotional period, we are not charging any withdrawal fees as well. So if you make some cash and you want to withdraw money into your M-Pesa, we are carrying that cost for a promotional period in time. Yes.
It's excellent. Now tell us, who are your partners? Because obviously if you're trading in these markets, you have to have liquidity providers. You're not market making. So just tell us a little bit about who you are and where you've tapped into liquidity in order to provide a service in all these instruments.
Okay, so by background, our parent company is Divisa UK. Divisa UK is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, which is the FCA. It is a top 3 global prime broker. So they provide liquidity for us from the global large banks. So we have the likes of Wells Fargo, we have the likes of JP Morgan, we have the likes of Barclays, we have the likes of PNB Paribas. Those are our large brokers, liquidity providers rather. And then we have also Saxo. So Saxo provides the alternative asset classes, that's the indices, the precious metals, and the commodities. But for the Forex, we have about 12 large banks that give us global liquidity. It's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So if you want to get in at 1 a.m. to try and target the Asia market, we have an LP that's able to give you pricing. If you're interested in as late as 11 p.m., 12 p.m., we've got our San Francisco liquidity provider, Wells Fargo, providing pricing. So at any point in time, you've got adequate liquidity providers. Yeah. Excellent.
So how do people come and find you now?
Okay, so that's a magic question. So we typically onboard on web. We are at the tail end of getting an app up, but right now, all you need to do is go to our website, which is www.EGM Securities, that's one word.com. So that's our website.
Yeah.
Very easy. So we can show you the type of accounts. As I explained to you, there's executive and there's a premier account, which once you click, will just tell you what type of account is available. But once you are ready to trade with us, you just have to come in and try a demo. I would encourage you to try the demo, especially for the novice traders, just to get comfortable with the system. Some people may get overwhelmed with all these graphs and everything, but it's a fairly straightforward portal. So once you just key in your details and you submit, My sales team will get in touch with you
Yes.
and show you how to onboard. We have got a very simple client onboarding process where we only request for a proof of ID and a proof of address. And all this is done online. So we target to onboard clients within 10 minutes.
Yes.
And hope you can fund. And then, so you try your demo maybe for 30 days, get to encourage us, research, understand how the system works. And then you can fund your account via different multiple platforms. So you can fund via RTGS, you can fund via Peso Link, you can fund via M-Pesa, you can fund via Airtel Money, Easy Pay. I'm actually also on MasterPass and M-Visa as well.
Wow.
And also on credit card, Visa card and MasterCard. I have at another week or so, I will be able to also onboard Tanzanian and Ugandan customers on the mobile channels on MTN, Tigo, and M-Pesa in Tanzania as well. So our offering will be able to offer into the entire East Africa as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you very much for today's interview. We look forward to speaking to you on a daily basis about what's happening in the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in.
See what's going on. Get people to
get some trade
involved,
ideas.
Get some trade
involved.
ideas.
Yeah.
Today you were telling me about your trade idea on the Turkish
lira.
Turkish
lira.
So we're going to keep an eye on that one.
As well. Yeah. Thank you
so much.
It's a real pleasure.
It's a pleasure's ours.
Yeah.